Hello, everybody from Radio Row here, right here in Tampa. I got a guy with me. I want to say hi, everybody out there, to our fans for the Disability Channel, Ali Plus TV, and of course, Ability Media. See this camera over here,
Yeah, I
BJ?
see it now.
We are so fancy here.
We
So
are.
I had to bring my buddy BJ on. We kind of just did this like impromptu, but I have to have him here because he's such a wonderful friend, a great human being. But the reason he's here at the Super Bowl, we don't have a Wounded Warrior football game today. So let me introduce you to a buddy of mine, BJ Ganam. BJ, what brings you to town this time?
Well, talk about our history with that Wounded Warrior amputee football team, which is going to change to the Sierra Delta flag football team. And we're here for Sierra Delta to help more veterans and more dogs find their way home together. If you go to SierraDelta.com, what we focus on is helping vets get training and support around either their dog or help them find a dog that they want in their life. It's a you know what we do.
Yeah, but what made you want to do this as opposed to helping with, getting their bills taken care of or getting them jobs? Like, this seems so much more personal and important.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a major reason why I'm still here. A lot of people know the story about me. I got injured in 2004 with a roadside bomb and then was medically discharged from retired from the Marine Corps just before I was ready. And so I was angry. I had a lot of, was dove into some alcohol, made a lot of bad decisions. And the one thing that I had going for me was I had this old English bulldog puppy that I got on my very first convalescent leave, and no training, no real special skills. He could, eat a piping hot cheeseburger in one bite and clear a room with his farts. But other than that, he had no real special talents. And I knew like a lot of people didn't like how he drooled so much, and he was a little hard headed. Mm-hmm. If I did anything drastic, like I was thinking in those dark days, there was nobody that was going to take care of Dozer, right? And so that forced me to pull my own head out of my rump and decide how to start putting my life back together. And so taking from that experience and knowing just the power that dogs have on humans in general. I mean, this is 35,000-year-old technology, right? Yeah. Dogs and humans working together. And right now, currently in the United States, only 1,000 vets get help a year with a dog. And I don't think that that's right. There's 18 million vets. About 150,000 of them need public access service dogs. And so at Sierra Delta, we wanted to take a whole new approach and try to help all the veterans with all their dogs. And then that way we can help the ones that really need specially trained service dogs more in-depthly, but we also won't have to allow all these other men and women that could use a life buddy in their life. We can help them as well. So it's a one-stop-fits-all.
It's a great idea. And you're looking at the screen, and actually there's BJ in a commercial, spokesperson. I mean, Blue Buffalo's been a big help for you guys. I know you want to thank them and give a big shout out to Blue Buffalo and those guys in Connecticut.
That's right. Right there in Wilton, Connecticut. I mean, the Bishop family has been fantastic. They got involved right away when they heard me speak. They brought Blue Buffalo on. Blue Buffalo's still on now that they're part of the General Mills family. We're getting there.
It's awesome. And if you can see our camera over here, Mike Horvath is over here filming for BJ. He's helping out. So, it's nice. It's Old Home Week. We got Chris Visser, Kyle Bellinger, Josh Reimer. So even though we're not having a game, there is a big event this Saturday. And I want you guys to tell it because, there's going to be some there. There's a celebrity. A lot of people are going to want to meet at this thing.
Yeah. We've got General McKenzie, the commanding general of CENTCOM, is coming out. We've got the 2020 Miss America. She will be there as well. We have our vets, not as many as what we normally do when we have our game, but we got a few that are local with their dogs that'll be there. And we're going to have some Tampa Bucks there, Tampa Bay Buccaneers that have played in the past, and their cheerleaders. And most importantly, it's just, I get it. We have to be safe, and that's what we thought about doing a dog walk, right? We got dogs on leashes. We're outside. Everybody can social distance. We don't have to worry about contaminating anybody with this virus, but we can still come together because, this isolation, I don't know how you're holding up with all this. I mean, you're on TV every day, but it's not the same if we can't be around other people. Right. And so we wanted to do something that would give back and really help out everybody.
And it's nice to be here again. I mean, we don't get to see each other as much as we did in COVID. He had COVID. This man has lost a leg, battled cancer, and then you went and got COVID. I mean, what was that like? What was that experience for you and the family?
So we all tested positive back in July. At first it was really scary. I had a fever in July, and so we went and got tested, and sure enough, I had it. Nobody else had any other real symptoms or anything, thank goodness. And for about 3 days, I had a fever that got up to about 101, and I was able to take some Motrin and went back down, and then I got back to it. I credit just the amount of vaccines that I had in the Marine Corps, for anthrax and everything else and all the other chemicals I was exposed to. It's hard to say. I mean, it's scary. We got to do what we can. I try to wash my hands as much as we can and practice all the stuff that we can do. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to get back out there too. And so I'm hoping that the science seems to be on the fast track of getting those vaccines out there, and it's just something else that we're going to have to deal with. But the one thing that my life has taught me, I'm sure your life has as well, is that human beings are more resilient than we give them credit for, and together we can do a lot. And so we're going to continue to work together, but we can't just stay locked up in our houses either. So we're trying to find that good balance. But I'm lucky enough that we had it back then, and that we weren't one of the casualties.
Make sure you go to bjganam.com. He's a motivational speaker, and he can give his message to you. And part of his message is this thing right here. I mean, his life changed. Do you want to talk a little bit about that day and what you went through? And it wasn't just a 1 year thing. It's been a lifetime for recovery.
It really is. And I mean, as you know, you were born this way. It's not something that somebody's going to magically make better. I've got 6, 7 different legs, and they all work for something else. And it's not one of them makes it better, but this does not hold me back either. So Thanksgiving night of 2004, the bomb goes off. Actually, this leg hurt worse. I still got some scarring tissue there, and I didn't realize how bad this leg was until I tried to step out the Humvee. And my gunner, Ryan Cantafio of Beaver Dam, was killed that night. And it's something that you think of. I turned 28 in Longstuhl, Germany, in the hospital room. And at that time we thought about, we're going to go there, do the job. We might come back in a body bag, but we didn't really think about the in between. And that's what threw me. And that's what took me a little while to kind of overcome. And the football team's been a great help with that. Dogs have been a great help. Bunch of other organizations, families and friends, we all of us get knocked down every now and again. And, but yeah, there's days when I forget that I'm an amputee and I get out of bed and fall right on my face and get a quick remembrance that, I got to put a leg on. But, everybody's got their own crosses to bear, got their own challenges. And that's one of the things that I try to bring out there is it doesn't seem like just because you're not missing a limb doesn't mean that your pain isn't as real to you. And we can all figure out ways that we can come together and overcome these things.
And one more thing I have to touch on, because of the pain of your brothers, we are losing veterans every day to suicide. Yeah. And I know you're actively involved with that. And Jacob Schick, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Jacob, he runs 22 Kill. They're about to change it over to the One Tribe Foundation, which I think is rad. That's why Sierra Delta, we're open to all vets. Mm-hmm. You don't have to have been hurt. You don't have to have served in combat, because there's 18 million of us left. And 12 million of that 18 million is 55 and older. And that's where the majority of the suicides are coming from. Once people retire, once their kids are out of the house, the demons come knocking. And that's what we want to do at Sierra Delta is kind of get ahead of that. Treat it almost like preventive medicine, building that community and having that teammate with them, but suicide, especially now, I've known so many more people that committed suicide this past year with the lockdowns and the isolation. So it's something that I think we all need to be aware of, especially right now with how many people are isolated. And I know Zooms, and I know, I love watching you on the Disability Channel and everywhere else that you're at, but it's not the same as being in person. And so we got to find that balance again, because yes, we're losing people to COVID, but we're losing people to suicide and other things that come from what we're trying to do to prevent COVID from spreading. So again, it's never an easy solution. and we got to find that good balance, and these shows like what you're doing are amazing. Keeps people, I think, positive and looking towards the future.
Well, these viewers with Ali Plus TV, Quinnipiac University, you kids, this is a hero. Google him. You can see him on
Not
David
a hero.
Letterman. You can see him with George Bush, the president, who you've met a few times
Yes.
and have a very good relationship with. I mean, just because things happen to us doesn't mean you can't do magical things. And this is the poster child for never giving up and showing the perseverance. And now the philanthropy in you is just like, he doesn't care about making money. He cares about helping other people. So with Sierra Delta, make sure you help them, support them, go online, try to get involved. If you can train dogs, whatever you can, there's all kinds of ways to help.
All kinds of ways.
And then this Saturday, let's remind them one more time where it is, what time, and what can we see there?
We're going to be down the Tampa Riverwalk this Saturday, February 6th, 9 a.m. at Ulele. The restaurant is called Ulele, Uelele, I believe. And we'll be there with dogs. You just look for the place with the most dogs and the most fun happening. That'll be us, 9 a.m., February 6th. All in support of Sierra Delta. If you can't make it, you want to learn more about what we do, go to sierradelta.com. And I just want to also talk about, you don't have to go through anything extreme like losing a leg to be resilient, right? And there's all kinds of stories out there. Find your way, find your tribe to be a part of, and that's what it's going to really take. I love having Dave Stevens on our team. He's one of the guys that gets after it all the time when we play, and we're going to be back next year in LA, right?
Yeah,
we're going to have that
better,
bigger and better for sure.
And I know he says he's not a hero, but we are just a couple of dudes. We're not special. We wanted to do something with our lives, and this is your gift. This is my gift, and I thank you for using your gift to help the world.
Amen.
So
thanks for helping me do it.
Enough of the sappy stuff.
Yeah.
Again, Saturday morning, we'll be there live. We will broadcast. I'll have Miss America. I'll have to put on makeup or something that day, but we'll have the Bucks. We'll get BJ to sit down. And again, the focus is Sierra Delta. Go to sierradelta.com. Look at what he's doing, or Google BJ Ganam to hire him to speak. And anything else you got going this week you want to promote?
Just hanging out and enjoying the sun. As you know, look at my legs. They're all white from being in Wisconsin in the snow. Your legs are invisible. But hey, whatever you're doing, I hope you're doing it well, doing it safe, and we're going to get through this, and we're going to come back. We're just going to need everybody to be brave when we do, and wash your hands before you come out.
Yeah. All right, folks. This is Dave Stevens down with my buddy here. We are going to get up and get back to work. And JB Smooth coming up after 4 o'clock. He had to do something for Conan O'Brien, so he had to shift it. I decided to allow him. You've been on Letterman. You know what all those things are like. So, again, go to sierradelta.com. Follow this guy on all of his social media platforms. He's got some great stuff. Mike Horvath running around here shooting all kinds of content. So this is Dave Stevens with a special appearance with my buddy BJ Ganam right here at Radio Row in Tampa. We'll see you in a little bit.